Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your April 2025 reading. My name is Nigel, and you have found Alchemy. Okay, so let's get started right away. I don't know if you listened to your spring 2025 reading, but we pulled these middle cards from that reading to expand upon them. If you haven't listened to your summary yet, I invite you to. But to summarize what we talked about, we have, let me see if I can pick this up. We have the universe. And in this deck, there are two cards with this number on it, with the major arcana. And one is the world, and one is the universe. It is Saturn-based energy in this deck, Capricorn Aquarius energy. It is the highest stage of completion, right? The Hindu goddess of dance is being depicted here. She is a four-handed goddess, the four elements. I go into it more in the other reading, but it does represent a successful conclusion. The cards that came with this are the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is Mars and Aries energy, planning for the future. So accomplishing something, or something coming to an end, something coming to a begin. This is something very big, Gemini. And you trying to pick up the pieces and say, okay, what's next for me? This does not come without a certain amount of stress. You do have the Nine of Swords. This is Mars and Gemini energy, and it's stress pertaining to this change. All change, most change, does have stress accompanying it. So don't freak out over that. It is just natural. It's the natural order of things. Here in the advice, you do have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and as we know, this is straight up air energy, and you're being asked not to overthink this. Do not overthink it. You are integrating something. There is something being integrated here with this union card. The coming together of two things, two people, two aspects of your life, a goal coming together, the universe coming together to forge a new path for yourself. So let's get into your actual April reading now. We'll start off with the Norse deck here. You have two Norse cards. You have one. This is pronounced Thas, and this is, it says aging, maturing, healing. This is the card of leverage, attaining leverage over a situation, something coming to fruition, the universe, right? This card sort of backs up that card. And you do have Isu. This is a ruin, and this is the purification ruin. So something is being purified here, right? A time for reflection. This, or assimilation, sure. This rejuvenation energy clears away even the most harrowing emotional glaciers that we're living through before we emerge on the other side, drenched, cleansed, and purified. So it's almost like a purification by fire type situation. Yeah, you do have the study. And this is perfect for Gemini. It says, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Being that this has come up in its upright position, this is something you're going to have to strive for. Pausing, reflecting, not overthinking, but really studying a situation before reacting to it. You have the number 5 here, and this is interesting because the number 5 does represent Mercury, and that is your ruling planet. And it says flexibility is your forte. Man, if that's not Gemini, I don't know what is. When life throws you a curveball, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in unexpected change. Be brave and bold in your endeavors. I am adaptable. Perfect for Gemini. Perfect. Absolutely. Okay, so you have also pulled the card of Taurus. And I know for a fact Aquarius pulled the same exact card for their reading. You may have an Aquarian in your life. This may be Uranus, Saturn type energy that you're dealing with right now. As we know, we're heading into Taurus season. I believe that on April 19th, actually, the sun enters Taurus, and that can bring with it a stubborn energy. So keep that in check. Now, on April 4th, we have Saturn in Pisces sextile Uranus in Taurus, and it is a good day for taking calculated risks, increasing the chances of a successful outcome for something. Also on April 4th, and April 4th is an important day, actually, for you and Aquarius. Mars in Cancer, sextile Uranus and Taurus, a lucky day. So April 4th is really key for you for luck of some kind, right? April 7th, we have Venus in Pisces, sextile Uranus and Taurus. It's a good day for love. Anything erotic would be on the table. On April 19th, we have Sun in Taurus, with retrograde season over. You will feel more grounded, but don't forget that stubborn energy we talked about. Now, on April 20th, we have Venus in Pisces, sextile Uranus and Taurus. Go after a dream on that day. The energy is ripe for this. On April 27th, we have new moon in Taurus. Patience is key here. So patience, we have patience, study. It's a sort of balance here, Gemini, where you're going to be required to have patience. You're going to be required to really look at things, but not overthink them. So there is a delicate line there that you shouldn't be crossing. So keep all that in mind. Here we have, in this deck, we have number 60, the Alchemical Wedding. And this card sort of backs up this union card, right? The coming together of two things, uniting. Yeah, it's on your table big time, Gemini. A new form is arriving with the coming together of two things. Now, this could be a relationship that is in the works for you. It could be two sides of your life coming together to form something brand new with this universe card. It could be many, many things. So let's keep an open mind. If anything, you do have the king here. And the king is emperor energy. It is Mars energy. So Mars energy could be looked at. It is the death of an ego, someone's ego, yours or someone else's. But it is Mars energy, so it could be looked at as passionate. It could be looked at as confidence. Just don't be overconfident. And it could be a warlike energy, conflict. So we'll keep all that under our hats as we forge ahead. Now, as far as your charms, you have the letters H and X. This could be someone's initials. It could be a building. It could be an airport. It could be a restaurant. It could be anything. Keep these letters in mind as you go through your month. The X could also mean you're Xing something out of your life, or something is being X'd out of your life. Now, as far as these charms, you have the golden key, and the golden key usually represents spiritual power and knowledge, but you also have the silver key, and the silver key with the gold key makes you sort of unstoppable. Both are a great balance. The silver key is knowledge, right? Here you have two charms that are stuck together. It says tougher than the rest and be brave. This energy I can see with this Martian energy is really super important, being that they came in upside down. This is something that you're going to be going through internally, a very private sort of thing. You pulled the coin that says no. And this could be, I don't know if you can see the N-O there. This could be something that you were hoping for that doesn't come to fruition, but also keep in mind, this could be something you were fearing that isn't coming to fruition. So a no doesn't mean a negative necessarily, but there is a no here on the table. And let's just keep going before we say anything more about that. So here are your legs for the month. And most of the time the legs do go in order, but I have gotten feedback from people that the legs are sometimes out of order. Sometimes the first leg happens for certain signs on the last leg. So it's not a science, unfortunately. Keep an open mind, right? Nobody has a more open mind than a Gemini, so I know you can handle this. Now you have here Epiphany on your first leg. It says breakthrough. There's going to be a breakthrough of some kind here for you, Gemini. And you have the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse. And this is straight up Earth energy. And this is a kind of warning not to miss an opportunity. See a potential, because you have the opportunity for some sort of breakthrough, but you have to see it. You have to envision it as an opportunity. You have the Five of Cups here coming in sideways, and this is Mars and Scorpio energy. Now, a sideways card in my reading anyway has to do with a decision on how you look at something, right? And the Mars and Scorpio, the Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio can straight up, right, may be a loss. But coming in sideways, you're going to have to decide, is this really a loss? Is it a loss or is it a gain? You're going to have to decide. Study the situation for what it is. You also have the Five of Wands, right? And it represents conflict. And this is either internal conflict that you're going through or external conflict. And being that you have two fives here, it is definitely some sort of conflict going on. And like I said, this conflict could be going on just inside you. It also could be going on around you, and you're being asked to keep your head and really look at things in a very calm way, especially with all this Mars energy that's going on here. Now, when we add this up and we break it down, we get the number 11, and that is my bridging number, right? And it sort of goes with the universe, where one part of your life is connecting with a brand new, the alchemical wedding, a brand new part of your life. It is coming together. It's forming something completely different from what you may be imagining. And here's a breakthrough. It's an epiphany. It is a turning point for you, if you will. So here we have on your second leg, you have healing. There is some sort of healing. It says inner child. It could be something to do with your inner child, could be, but there is a healing energy nonetheless, no matter how you look at it. And you have the King of Wands here in reverse. This is Sun in Leo. And this is a warning to beware of impulsivity. And next to this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, just like I said, there is an opportunity here that you may not see immediately. Don't be impulsive. Really think about it. Don't overthink it, but think about what is going on before you react, before you decide upon something here, Gemini. You have in the center of your whole reading the Phoenix. This is a beautiful card. I mean, it is exactly what it looks like, rising from the ashes. The Phoenix represents rebirth, absolute rebirth. And I like that for you because the alchemical wedding, the universe, everything is pointing to a brand new life path, especially with that Epiphany card. You have the Nine of Wands here coming in sideways, and the Nine of Wands is Moon in Sagittarius. And it is, upright. It could be looked at as the wounded warrior, but somebody who perseveres, somebody who has lived through something and lives to tell the tale. But it is coming in sideways, right? So is it going to be perseverance or giving up? Next to the Five of Wands, you can be weighing the conflict that's going on either around you or inside you and deciding whether it's worth it. Is it worth it for me? Fascinating, though, when we add this up and we break it down, we get the number 9, which is the Mars energy again, right? It's war, conflict, but it's also passion, especially with this Phoenix energy. That's also fiery energy. So you have a lot of fiery energy going on this month for sure. Here on your third leg, you have Earth energy. It says Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And you're being asked to stay grounded during this time, and that makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, it looks like you're going through something here, and it is life-changing energy. It is. So you're asked to be making the right choices, stay grounded. You have the Two of Swords starting out this leg. This is Venus in Libra energy, blocking out all outside influences to make a decision. Just be sure to open your eyes when it's necessary and see what's really going on. That message seems to be coming through over and over. You have here the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and this is Mercury in Virgo energy. And your long-term plans, whatever they were, may need revamping, or maybe they are being revamped. There is something going on that you're not expecting. There is an epiphany of sorts. There is good news on the way, as far as I'm concerned, but it doesn't come without stress. The universe brings us a new life, but it comes with a certain amount of stress. And why do I say it's good news? Because you have the Six of Wands here, and this is Jupiter in Leo energy. Success and recognition is assured with a certain amount of stress, and you're being asked to stay grounded during this time. Another column, when added up and broken down, is more Mars energy. A very hot time for action, a very hot time for conflict, perhaps. And like I said, this conflict could be going on around you, or it could be internal. But whatever it is, you're going through something that is giving birth to something brand new. The coming together of something, because you're adaptable enough to handle this. You have the keys. You have the keys to get through this here, Gemini. Now, we'll look at your challenges, and then we'll look at your opportunities. In your challenges, you have masculine energy, and that doesn't really surprise me because masculine energy is definitely Aries energy, Mars energy personified, right? Absolutely. It's a challenge. It's going to be challenging for you this month. You have the King of Swords here in reverse, and this is Sun in Aquarius, dealing with someone who is angry and controlling, or someone bringing this out in you. And this will be a challenge for you this month. And you have the Magician here coming in sideways. Now, the Magician's interesting because you could look at this like it is Gemini energy. Some people say it's Gemini energy. It's very mercurial. You could look at it as Aquarian energy, and some people say it's Aries energy. And if that's the case, it's more Mars energy. So it kind of goes with the rest of the reading. When this is coming in sideways, you're asking yourself, do I have what it takes? Do I have the tools at my disposal to get through this? In my opinion, you do. But it is challenging. And you have the card of Nuclear Winter. This is an expansion card in this deck. And it's feeling cold. You're feeling on the cold side from this whole situation. It's not a comfortable energy. It is not comfortable, but nothing is born from comfort, right? Nothing new is born from comfort. So keep that in mind. When we add this up and we break it down, we get the Sun, which is illumination, Leo energy. Something is going to be illuminated to you. There is a breakthrough energy, an epiphany energy, and it is in your challenges. So this is going to be challenging, but you have the Phoenix card that assures you of a rebirth. Now, in your opportunities, you have the North Node. You're going to figure out what your life's purpose is if you haven't figured that out already. You may feel that your life's purpose is one thing, and this month is going to challenge that. It is not in your challenge column, but what you want out of life may be very different at the end of the month than it was coming into the month here. You have the Queen of Cups, which is really nice energy here in your opportunities. Neptune and Scorpio energy, compassion, kindness, support from someone around you, for sure. Now, this is followed by the Five of Cups again, right? The Five of Cups is Mars and Scorpio, and it's the second time, right? We had it from your first leg. Rethinking, walking away. Setbacks being overcome. What did I say? Victory. Setbacks being overcome. You have the tools. You just have to understand that you have the tools. Now, you have the Knight of Wands here in reverse, and this is Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. And in your opportunities column, this is a slowing down, managing your energy wisely, avoiding unnecessary conflict. Boy, does that go with all this Mars energy, right? You have the opportunity for that. When we add this up and we break it down, we get Mercury, number 5, right? As an opportunity. Gemini, Virgo energy, your ruling planet. So this is energy you're going to be very comfortable in once you adapt to it here. Very interesting reading, as always. As always. Let me find, hold on one second. Okay. Let's pull. Give me one card to close out this reading for Gemini, please. One card. Why does that not surprise me? You have the World, which is the equivalent of the universe, at least in this deck. And it's fulfillment, harmony, and completion. What you may not see coming here is the Empress, fertility, warmth, abundance. Yeah, you're going to get through this, and you're going to get through this in a very, very beautiful way. You have the keys. You have everything you need. These keys are like those tools that the magician uses. You have them. You have both the silver and the gold key. It's very rare to get that as charms. So whatever it is you're facing, understand that not only are you going to get through it, but you're getting through it for a reason. You're getting through it to level you up. It's two things coming together. The world, the universe. Beautiful energy here, Gemini. As far as your numbers go, there was not one number that came out more than the other, but when we add everything up and we break it down, we get Jupiter energy, that number 3, that expansion. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me. Your world is expanding. It's changing. You're leveling up. It's birthing pains too. Okay. So remember, when you're going through this not for no reason, for the reason of, by the end of the month, you being in a whole different place. Okay. You have the planet that came out the most, not surprising, was Mars. And it is that explosive fire energy that is especially with this Phoenix energy, my God, right? And the signs that we talked about were Libra, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. The 2 signs that came out the most were Aries, there's that Mars energy again, right? And Leo, which is that sun energy again. Really, really, definitely beautiful. Fire, maybe not something you're used to, but fire and air are very compatible, right? It does end up being pretty explosive, but it is a really positive reading, okay? Now, your lucky numbers are 36, 12, 6, 5, 21, and 9. I really wish you the absolute best, and I will see you in your May reading because I really enjoyed your spring reading, so I can't wait to see what May has for you. Namaste.